egg for breakfast? I say, hell yeah.
I haven't played The Sims in like forever, but I just find her videos relaxing, so I pretty often just put them on as background. Alright, so this is my morning. So I have already done my face massage that I do each morning, and so now I'm just gonna start with putting this cream on my face. It's like some kind of sunflower cream. It makes my face really, really soft, and I think it also helps to protect from the cold. I will start rubbing it in, and you can see the movements that I do. The direction of the movements is very specific and intentional because this is the way that you're actually supposed to massage your face because it helps with like drainage and stuff like that. And I think that's just a good thing to do because you know your face has muscles too. So to massage them, I think is a good idea, and I do that every day. Sometimes I might miss a day, but I do that every day, at least once a day. Could be in the morning, could be in the evening, but I still do it. Alright, so now I'm gonna do my quote unquote makeup, which is just this blush. Crush blush or something it's called. I really don't give a shit like what kind of blush that it is. I don't have like a favorite or anything. It's just some kind of blush. And it's honestly the only thing I do in terms of makeup. I mean, sometimes I might do like mascara or something. Or some kind of eyeshadow, but it's super rare. Most days, just blush, like just to bring some more color into my face because I am pretty damn pale otherwise. And I don't really do anything else. So now I'm just applying some marigold ointment to my lips because the climate here, especially the cold climate, if I didn't do this, my face or my lips would be very, very dry. And this is the thing that I find works best for me because it just keeps on my lips for longer. So yeah, it looks like lip gloss, but actually it's just marigold ointment. It looks quite nice, I think. Very shiny, though. And now, just to finish off, I will put all of my piercings in. So now this is just me starting to do my hair because you saw how it looked in the morning, and I think that's very common for a lot of people. You feel like you have a good haircut, but until you style it, it just looks like absolute fucking ass. And so does mine every morning. So I will start with curling it because now my hair is longer, so I can actually do that. And after I'm done with curling it, I will style it. So there's just some mousse and some, I don't know what it's called in English. You know, the thing that get your hair just set so it doesn't move that much. So this is just me applying the mousse. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Mousse, like the animal, is what it makes me think of. But I'm just putting that all over my hair. I'm trying to make it kind of stand up a little bit, just to have that curled but a bit messy look, which I like right now. The sides of my hair are just annoyingly short. I don't mean the sides of my head, but the sides like towards the top of my head, those are just so short. The hair there is so short right now that it just stands up in a really weird way, which I don't like. So I'm trying to smooth it out a little bit. And then I'm gonna keep growing it a little bit longer so it doesn't do that weird thing anymore. Yeah, I will just keep on putting that stuff in my hair for that look. And I have been managing my own hair lately, haven't even been to the hairdressers. So I've been like cutting it myself and everything. And then just getting my hair to set with the spray. Hairspray is what it's called. Can't believe I couldn't remember that. And so that is the final product, which will get messed up shortly by wearing hats in the winter, because of course it will. Alright, so my grandma got me this jumper for Christmas, and then she made it a little bit smaller, but it's actually still supposed to be a little bit oversized. And anyway, she asked me yesterday what I think about it, if I like it the way that it is. And so I'm just putting it on, and so you can see as well, it's got an owl on it. I do like this. It doesn't bite me if I have a long-sleeved shirt underneath it. So that's good. That's what it looks like. And this is the picture I sent to my grandma of this. I like it a lot. I think she did a great job on this one. I'm very thankful she got me this. So now I will start with warming up some just before I start working out. So these are just some basic glute bridges. Mostly I do this for my lower back and for my ass, I guess. This is the crab movement. You just have to put your shoulders back and go like this. It looks a bit funny. It's a bit funny for me to look back like that. These are just some hip flexors. Always good to have these, I think. This exercise, I don't even know what this is. I feel like it helps my shoulders because, you know, I do have like a little bit rounded shoulders. I got some posture problems going on, which I'm just trying to fix. A lot of these exercises are about that for me. So I don't know if this exercise is actually called anything. So this is my I don't know exercise. Alright, so now we're actually gonna go to the gym. I'm just packing my gym stuff. Today is upper body day. Yesterday was lower body day. I think I want to go for pull-ups. Maybe some incline bench. I think that's what it's called. With the dumbbells. Overhead press with the dumbbells. And I think that'll be fine. I usually don't do more than 3 or 4 exercises in one session. And one session takes me about an hour to an hour and a half. It seems that the conditions have really kind of changed a lot. Okay, Eastern European winter. You'll best be dressed like this. Got some pretty thick pants on. This is very thick as well. Gloves, too. So as you can see, I'm not doing very well with these pull-ups today, and that is likely because I did do pull-ups and chin-ups yesterday, because I just wanted to practice these, but now this means that I am quite tired, and I'm having, I would say, a pretty bad performance right now on this exercise. And so my max right now, my record is 3 pull-ups, which is not much, I know, but it's a whole lot more than 0, as I keep on telling myself. Because for me, this exercise, if you can believe that, is like one of the harder ones. One of the hardest exercises for me, the pull-ups especially. Chin-ups are a little bit easier, but not by much. But the pull-ups, those are really hard for me. So it's incredible that I am getting I'm getting any reps in at all at this point, and I'm proud of myself for that. All right, so we are setting up here for overhead press, and I just wanted to show you something. So basically, I learned that you're supposed to, like, see this thing here? You're supposed to not put it all the way to here. See that? Like most people do? Well, Jeff from Athlean-X said that this was wrong. So you're supposed to go here. Because you want like a slight incline. You don't want it completely straight like that. So I don't know, that's just what he said. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna fix this. All right, seated overhead press with the dumbbells. So this one, I have upped the weights pretty recently. Once again, these are each 12.5 kilos. I upped from 10 kilos. And so now, usually my approach is, because I wanna do progressive overload, right? So my approach right now is, with most exercises, I wanna get to 20 reps. And as soon as I get to 20 reps, I will up the weights. Sometimes even at like 18 reps. So let's say 18 to 20 reps, I will up the weights again. My rep max at the moment, of course, it goes down, right? So right now it's like 10 reps. That's my max, I think. So if I could get 11 today, that would be great, because I'm always, every time I come here, I aim to get at least one more than last time. And I definitely want to get 10, which is my normal right now. If I were to see that I can't get to that 10, or this number is like significantly lower for some reason, and if I were to see that over and over again over my workouts, then I would know that something is wrong, like I'm losing muscle or something. But if it's just like one workout and I can't get to 10 in this example, then that might be not a big deal. I might just be tired. Because okay, 12. That's good. That's, I think, could be a new PR in that case. And now I'm just gonna do 3 more sets of this. And if anyone's wondering how I know my numbers and stuff, I have an app on my phone. It's called Strong. And it has a paid version and a free version. I just use the free version. As far as I know, the only difference is that if you have the paid version, obviously you get all the features that it has, like you can make, I don't know, 10,000 workout plans for yourself and access like pre-made workout plans, things like that. With the free version, you can make 3 of your own workout plans, and you can add the exercises onto those lists. And as far as I can see, you can add as many exercises as you want. And so, but basically it will count your reps. Yeah, you can put timers on things, you can set rest timers. It will count your personal records, everything. And you want to do that because you're not going to remember. Next time you come here, you're not going to remember what you did and what your numbers were, especially if you start to have more exercises. Because the stuff that I'm doing here today, this is far from the only things that I do, because like I switch around, but I have plenty more exercises that I could be doing for like each muscle group. So you definitely want to count that stuff, because you're not gonna remember. Even if you feel like you remember right now, I promise you that there will come a point when you will not remember. So you definitely, I feel like you want to be tracking that stuff. So this is an app called Strong, just like that, Strong. All right, low incline bench press with the dumbbells. Let's set this up. So for this one, I'm going pretty low, almost the lowest. This is like one before the lowest point. I'm trying to do like both a little bit more like shoulder area, like over here, and the chest area. So you will see me hopefully like alternate the height of the dumbbells, like whether I'm doing them like up here or like I'm pressing upwards from like lower, from a lower point. And of course, like I am not some kind of fitness person or a personal trainer or anything. I'm just a random person trying to keep in shape. And I am trying to have correct form and everything. But if you see me doing something like very grievously wrong here, you are welcome to let me know in the comments. Because obviously I want to do this with the correct form. And I am really trying, but I'm just saying I'm not, like a professional fitness person. So once again, 4 sets of this, and let me check what is my max right now on this. Can you even see me? Like, it's so hard for me to get the right angle. So, okay, my max for this was 17, if you can believe that. I can't believe that I'm almost to the point of like having to up the weights again on this one. I mean, it's great, but it's just pretty crazy. I'm very happy about that, but I would not expect me to get 17 today because, well, I've already been doing some pushing here, and so this is the last exercise. And I think by now my arms are pretty tired, so it would be kind of a miracle if I got 17. My numbers might not be very impressive for a lot of gym goers, but I have never really been concerned with like what people consider impressive because I just go to the gym for myself. And your only competition is your past self, really. And so I feel like all of these numbers are really impressive to my own self compared to how it used to be for me. Because, I actually used to be a pretty, I used to be a very weak kid. Like when I was back in school, I was always the weakest kid in class. And if you had told me back then that one day I would be coming to the gym out of my own volition and just be a gym goer like this, I would have laughed at you because I fucking hated PE, man. Well, firstly, I can do more with shoulders than I can from like down here, and you will see that in a moment. But I know people take this to like complete failure. But I don't really do that. I take it to a point where it's like, I would call it like safe failure, where it's like, I can tell that if I try to go for one more, I'm already so tired that I'm not gonna be able to like actually do that rep correctly and with great form. So I try to go as high as I can in terms of reps with as good of a form as I can. And when I feel that my form is getting shit, then I don't keep pushing, even though you might think that that's not complete failure. I just call it a safe failure. I was born very weak as well because there was just some kind of like complication that I wasn't getting all of the nutrients and whatever I needed, and this was not spotted somehow. When I was born, I was like extremely small and I weighed like 2 kilograms. And I was not premature, but there was clearly a problem. I was extremely weak. And so I kind of grew up extremely weak as well. Why I'm talking about this is because every time I see these numbers, these are just very, very impressive to me because I know my history. I know where I come from, right? So I just wanted to add that. Yeah, you can see the difference. It's much harder from this kind of placement to do them. But it does work great for your chest. And you might be wondering, why don't you just do the regular bench press for this? And I used to do that, but that's just one of these exercises that really requires a spotter to do it safely, like especially in a gym like this. Maybe in a more modern gym, you would be able to safely do this by yourself. But here you can't really do that. So it requires a spotter, and I don't really have anyone right now to be a spotter. And it seems to work just as well for me in terms of like what I want to train. So this is why. After the gym, I normally just check work stuff. And while I was at the gym, I happened to hear back from one of my voiceover clients who was just getting back to me about a version of a voiceover that I sent to them. They have picked a version that they would like me to do the full version for. And so now I'm just gonna see what they said and reply to them. They are saying, thanks for those extra extracts. We prefer the third test in the recheck. We think it was the more natural, joyful, and fluid version which we like. We also like your calmer pace sometimes to emphasize words. Could you develop this third version? Thanks. And I'm gonna say back, hi, so-and-so. For sure, I will develop it. I will start working on this tonight. Thank you so much. Alright, so that means that tonight I will be recording again, so you have that to look forward to. So after lunch I normally take a walk because it just helps really a lot with your digestion. Good rule of thumb. Try to go for a walk every time you eat something. Do I do that every time? Of course not, but sometimes I do. And also one of my friends texted me asking if I had some pain meds because they're dealing with something and they have run out. So I'm taking some to them. And then we're gonna go to the forest. Alright, well now I can show you the, I guess, proper Estonian winter. Well, this is still nothing. We usually get even more snow than this. But it's building up fast, which is great. I love it. But here we are in the forest and we are actually losing daylight very, very quickly. It's not even 4 p.m. yet. And you might ask me, Kelly, how is it possible that you can be out here in the forest on a random Monday at a random time? It's because I do voiceover. And voiceover enables me to be out here at whatever time, pretty much, because I record at nights. Because it's the only time that I can have adequate control over my environment. And it's quiet enough to record at nights, but not during the day. So that means during the day I'm just kind of free to do whatever and just prepare for my job that takes place at night. And you know, I love my job. I really recommend getting yourself a job / career which you love, because you won't care you won't care what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter to you if it's a Monday or a Friday. You're not chasing the weekend. And in fact, if you have to spend a lot of time not working for whatever reason, then you kind of start to feel antsy because you want to work. because you love your work. Honestly, if you ask me, this is how life should feel. So it's very important to me. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful that I have acting as my job. And I love it. So that's why I'm out here, enjoying this snowy day. I love this kind of weather too. So at this point in the evening, I am just gonna start chilling, and normally I like to light some incense. This is, I think it's just vanilla, some kind of vanilla incense, and then light the candle, because I like that cozy ambience. At this point in the day, it's about 4:30 p.m. and of course it's pitch dark already, and now I am just chilling. I am just allowing myself some sweet things here, as you can see, with some protein coffee. This cake, one of my friends made this, and I was like, if you're making a cake like this, well, I've got to try it, haven't I? They made some gingerbread cookies, so this is one of those that I'm gonna have. Well, at this point in the day, I'm usually just chilling. I will say that I am quite tired. Normally, I might take a nap at this point in time. Right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start editing this video already, even though I haven't even completed it yet. I'm just gonna maybe record some voiceovers for this video. I might see you the next time at night when I'm about to actually record stuff. But I have to make it until like 2 a.m. now. So, and I'm also planning to go for probably another walk, like later in the evening. That'll be my day, pretty much. So, as I am having my chill time, I do like to go over and set up the voiceover recording in Reaper, which you are watching me do right now. I'm just setting up the voiceover recording in Reaper, like all of the settings, and then because the client told me earlier what kind of read they liked, I will listen over to that as well, and I will just mark it with a different color, so I know that this is the one, so that once I start working, I will know which one to listen to, because now the client just wants me to make this longer version of this. So some evenings I also like to meditate, or if I'm not meditating, I like to just lie on the floor. I do that quite a lot and quite often because, again, it's mostly for my back. And I've done this enough times now that it really helps my back, and I'm actually quite comfortable on the floor, if you can believe that. And so as I am meditating, I will do like lots of random movements that I feel like doing because they help my body relax. So this is what you're seeing me do right now. I'm not actually asleep. Sometimes this makes me want to fall asleep because it's exactly that kind of time in the evening as well that I might be tired. But I am just relaxing. And it's nice with the heater over there. And it's very nice, cozy lighting. And my room always looks like that in the evenings. So it's very, very warm here on the floor. And yeah, this is me after the meditation.
jah,
Mis sa siis täna meile räägid?
no ei ole hea päev.
No räägi, mis siis oli või on?
No ei selles mõttes, et
Aga mis sulle arst rääkis?
ei mina kujutasin ette, et tehakse seda, ju ma siis millegi peale vajutasin, seal pisikesed näokesed olid, nii et ma ei tea, kuidas sa üldse aru said, et see niisugune kuri mask on.
No sinna jääb ju märge.
ei, no jaa, aga mina ei saanud, need tulid üle selle pildi niisugune rida.
Ma tean, et nii on.
Jaa, no ma tahtsin, et ta ära läheb. No joo, ma siis vehkisin. Ime, sul neid rohkem ei tulnud siin peale.
Ei, see oli väga naljakas, et sa olid ikka nii vihane selle pildi peale.
Öökulli peal väga vihane.
Jaa.
No olgu, siis kõik praegu.
Okei.
No tšau.
No tšau. Alright, so come and take a walk with me for a change. It's now about 10 p.m. and here I am outside. There is a lot of wind, but it's actually not that cold if you can believe that. Yeah, you would maybe think that maybe I would spend all my day doing voiceover stuff, but there's just not that much to do, at least for me as a voice actor. So a lot of my time is just spent doing things like this. And these are these empty streets at 10 p.m. These streets are safe. This is not whatever place you think this is. No, these streets are safe and there's no one really out here. I didn't see a single soul. Just snow, lots of snow. There might be a snowstorm coming, who knows? But it's a good thing to go and take a walk until I'm finally able to start recording because I need to stay awake somehow. Alright, well, here I am recording this voiceover, about to record this voiceover. Now, I'm not sure that I can even play this for you, really, because I don't know if this project can only be like privately shared or what. I'm so sorry that you can't really hear much of this because I'm not entirely sure. However, I will say that, yeah, I'm extremely tired because it's really not a great idea for me to be up so early because I'm up since like 8 a.m. today when I have a late night recording session. For these sessions, it would be best for me to wake up at like 3 p.m., 4 p.m., something like that, so that I wouldn't be so tired. Or else maybe take a nap, but today I haven't even taken a nap. And naps are sometimes risky too, because you know how you can go to sleep and then you wake up from a nap and you're even more tired than before. So now I am just pulling through this, but at least I know what to do because the client has basically made their decision already. So I just have to create the final version of this script, which I've become pretty efficient at because I've been doing it several times now. And yeah, it's actually in English, which is great. So yeah, I am very tired, but this is the thing with acting for me. I love acting so much that like every time I do it, it actually wakes me up more. So like before this recording session, I was like ready to go to sleep. It was so hard for me to keep on staying awake and waiting for this recording time. And now that I have recorded, here I am recording this voiceover for this. And it actually has woken me up a little bit more. So I have like a small energy boost right now. But yeah, this is my life as a voice actor. Does this mean that if you become a voice actor, your life will be like this as well? Honestly, I can't tell you because I think every voice actor's life is gonna be a little bit different. And maybe if I was like crazy popular or something, I would have to spend more time like talking to clients and setting things up and doing calls, video calls, stuff like that. And sometimes I do that, but I do have a lot of time to myself, which is great for me, and I'm very, very thankful for that. It means a lot to me that I have that. But yeah, this is basically a day in my life as a voice actor. I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.